We'll call the April 4, 2022 meeting of Greenwood Board of Public Works and Safety to order at 5:30 p.m. Roll call, please, Amanda.
Mr. Hoover.
Here.
Mr. Rutherford.
Here.
Mr. Colvin.
Here.
Minutes for our last meeting of March 7, 2022, been distributed to members of the board. Any corrections, additions, or deletions from staff?
March 7th or March 21st? March 21st.
I have to say March 7th.
That
Okay, March,
would be a mistake on my
March
part. I will get
21st.
that fixed
Okay.
before they're finalized.
March 21st. Any corrections, additions, deletions to that, except for the, besides the date change? Hearing none, is there a motion for approval as presented?
So moved. Second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you. First on our agenda is 1376 Sunnybrook Lane, lot 199, a fence encroachment request. Ms. Randhawa?
Yes.
Hi, if you wanted to step up to the podium there. Thank you. What would you like to do?
Fence in the backyard.
We've got in front of us a memo from our community development people that had some proposed conditions on it.
Okay.
Have you had a chance to review that memo?
Yes.
Did you have any problems with any of those conditions?
There is just if there is any problem and my responsibility to build and yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I am.
And that your fence needs to be constructed so to allow for adequate drainage. Can't get there through there.
Okay.
You're gonna need to call Indiana 111 prior to installing the fence so that they can come out and mark it.
Okay.
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 Question?
So on 811.
Indiana 811, right?
Okay.
You can call 911, but I'm not sure. Police are gonna be very helpful. Questions for her?
I would move for approval of those three conditions. Second.
Further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. That's pretty simple.
Okay.
Thank you.
And I have to submit the approval by tomorrow. So am I getting something today?
You probably won't get anything today, but there will be some minutes that are coming. I guess if you need to have something, who do you need to give it to?
The fence company.
Okay.
They have to have something by tomorrow. So.
Okay, you can tell the fence company that you came to our Board of Works meeting. Which fence company is it?
Mary Fence.
Okay, I think they're probably gonna be familiar with our procedures. You can tell them you got unanimous approval from the Board of Works, but you won't have the minutes of the meeting for
Okay.
a few days. Even the minutes won't be approved until for a couple more weeks, but and if they have any questions or issues, then they can call Amanda at the city, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, if they need something in writing, I sent you the agenda, just send me an email back and I'll get something for it.
Okay. So where I can contact you?
The agenda that was sent to you on
Oh,
Friday, just
okay.
reply to that, that was back to me.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Next, we have another fence encroachment request for 662 Finlay Lane. Is anyone here to address this? Sanga? Not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Paul, you want to lead us through this anyhow?
Yes, this is over at the village's Grassy Creek off of Stop 18 Road. And they're wanting to install a fence in their rear yard. However, it will encroach into a 10-foot drainage and utility easement. There are no storm sewers in the area. They've done all the proper notices out to the utility companies and invited them to attend the meeting if they had any issues for or against. And we haven't heard anything. Apparently, there's no one online. So the only one that makes this a little bit different is they still have not received an approval letter from their HOA. So that's the first condition on the memo that's been prepared, that we definitely want to see that approval letter before they move forward. So, but other than that, we're okay with the encroachment as presented.
I would move that we approve the request subject to those 4 conditions as outlined in the report.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, Paul, for shepherding that for us. Next is National Day of Prayer, Robert Whiteside. Mr. Whiteside, are you here with us online?
I am. Can you hear me okay?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yeah. Tell us a little bit more detail of what you wanted to do.
Yeah, so National Day of Prayer, actually, there's a rich history in this country dating back to, I think, 1952 with President Truman, and then Ronald Reagan signed into effect that the first Thursday of May will be dedicated to National Day of Prayer. Last year, Governor Holcomb signed a proclamation noting it as National Day of Prayer. My request is similar to this picture, that we have access to this parking lot at Main and Madison. And a group, non-denominational from many churches, will come together and pray at 7 a.m., probably for about half an hour, for our city, our leaders, our police, firemen, and teachers, et cetera. So that is my request.
And Mr. Whiteside, this is what you organize fairly regularly every year, correct?
Yeah, last year was the first formal year, so this will be the second year for it. And this is a picture from last year.
Molly, Terry, any issues with this?
No.
I would move for approval.
Further discussion?
I'm sorry, did you say 7 a.m. or 9 a.m.?
7 a.m. And so we last year we were in and out before really the parking lot started to get really busy, as you can even see right here in this picture.
Thank you.
Pray for good weather.
Thank you.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, Mr. Whiteside.
Thank you all.
Joy Hunt from the Peterson Company of South Point Business Park. I saw Mr. Hunt online earlier.
Yep, I'm here.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you guys?
Good, good. Tell us what's going on here.
All right, so we're working on getting some letters of credits accepted for maintenance guarantees and releasing of performance guarantees. But first, we would like for you guys to accept the improvements of South Point Business Park Building C and acknowledge the completion of the improvements.
We're also going, for our consideration tonight, we're doing the accepting the maintenance guarantees as well as releasing the performance guarantees. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah, we're accepting maintenance guarantees for the new roadways that they put in there around that building on the west side and the south side, and then the sidewalks in that area of the new roadways, and then the monumentation that's been done out there. Everything's in order. Even the condition that's listed on the memo, the general inspection testing fee that was due, they have paid that at about mid-afternoon. Okay. It's already prepared,
So you're recommending an unconditional approval?
correct. Yeah.
Pleasure of the board.
So moved.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thanks,
Thank you,
Greg.
gentlemen.
Anyone from the audience wish to address us tonight, either in person or online? Hearing none, we'll go on to Mr. Hudson with the IDEM status.
All's well by item. I have nothing to report.
I'd like to hear that. And your status of task.
First up is a community development block grant to the Grace Assembly Church for $10,000. This is federal HUD money we received to distribute to organizations doing poor relief.
Now, I know we've got the agreement in front of us. Any questions for Sam? Is there a motion to approve this? This will be for the mayor's signature as well.
I would move for approval.
I'll second that. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Sam, we're still road.
Next up is settlement of Parcel 8. The owner of the property died, and her daughter, who now controls the property, agreed to settle for the amount the court appointed appraisers reached, and that was $10,400.
And this is based upon your recommendation that we approve this, I'm assuming. Is that
Yes.
correct? Okay. I'll move that we approve the settlement and release agreement and authorize the mayor to sign on our behalf.
Second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Next up is a contract with Swain Cove in the amount of $11,595, and this is to remedy some water problems in the basement of this building.
So we're doing this both at one time. There's one thing for a wall, deco wall, it's at the 5235. And the other is for 10,875. Yeah. I think that's correct. Sam?
Yes, and they're both the same project. One is actually
You just got them
stopping
separated
water
out.
filtration, the other is to cover the wall once it's.
And not, the contract we've got before says not to exceed 11,595. But the two things don't match up to that number.
I don't have those, but Terry,
That's news to me. I
I'll
don't know. Building maintenance stuff.
I'll confirm with Kelsey, she's the one who drafted the contract.
One's written for 3/31/22, 52/35, and the other one is 3/29/22 for 10,875. Well, let's approve the contract and the form of written. We're authorizing the mayor to sign this on behalf.
I move we approve for the contract amount of $11,595 and authorize the mayor to sign.
Second. Further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Sam.
that's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Sam. Paul.
Just one item, it's for 3 projects, sort of. We're asking for you to authorize staff to prepare and authorize the mayor to sign the sanitary sewer service special agreements for the McCormick Estate Section 2, Holly Springs, and then Redwood Apartments Phase 2. These are those agreements that are required by Indiana state law for sanitary sewer maintenance being extended that the city will accept.
Pleasure of the board. Questions for Paul?
We approve and authorize the mayor to sign.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, Paul.
Mr. Cooper, I have one minor request. That's the spring block party and the road closure that you occurred.
Saturday. Freezing out.
Yes, so they saw the weather forecast and they have requested to change the date to April 30th, which precedes the construction that's scheduled to go in there and has been reviewed and approved by the deputy mayor. Just wanted it on the record that the date has changed.
Okay, and so they're going to, I know there's been a kind of a social media blast. about
Yes.
April 9th. Okay.
So they're gonna let all those folks know, hopefully.
Any problems with that, gentlemen? Okay. I think that with consensus, you can tell them. Switch to April 30th.
There you go.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Greg, anything from your office? I know we were gonna maybe defer something until next a month to talk about insurance, the next meeting.
Yep. I move for approval of the claims.
I'll second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Kevin, before we adjourn, can we revisit the Swain contract?
Yes, we can.
This appears, it looks like there's supposed to be 2 agreements. May we have authority to, may solicit a bid to have authority to do both the 5239 and the 10,875.
Jess, that was your motion, so if you.
Yeah, I would amend my motion to include those figures as pointed out by legal counsel.
Second. And I guess the motion is to amend his motion, so we'll vote on that first. All in favor of that motion to amend, say aye.
Aye.
Now it's all vote on the amended motion.
You want a motion or you just want to vote?
Well, you've amended motion, so let's just vote on it. All in favor of that, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. And We'll stand adjourned at 5:45. We would have got done quickly. 15 minutes. Okay. Stand adjourned at 5:45. Thank you all.